Maybe a cross for Lautaro. That's probably the wrong choice. It's actually worked. Lautaro Martinez with the header. Looks for Vidal. Back to Lautaro. Chance for him to score another one. There you go. Lautaro Martinez with his second goal of the game. Vidal picks up an assist. So here we are, episode number 2 of the Inter Milan career mode series, and already we've got major decisions to make. The future of both Raja Nainggolan and Christian Eriksen is undecided. We're going to have to make a call whether we sell them or not in this series, and that we will be making in today's episode. Last episode was the pilot, of course, but we did make one signing in Moussa Diaby from Leverkusen. Today's episode's big because we've got to decide what happens with Nainggolan and Eriksen, and also we need to sign more players to improve our team because there's certainly a few improvements that we can and should make. This is definitely going to be an action-packed episode, so if you're enjoying this series, I'd really appreciate if you could drop like on the video. 5k likes and I'll get you an episode tomorrow as well. Subscribe if you are new around here for daily FIFA 21 career mode content. First ever press conference of this Inter Milan series. Now if you guys want to get involved, drop in your questions down in the comments section below. First one of the night. Sell Ashley Young as he's getting super old and his stats are going down. You're not wrong. Ashley Young being 35 has already gone down by 1 in his overall. His contract's expiring. Of course, we're not going to renew that contract. And yes, I've already put him on the transfer list. Since we signed Moussa Diaby, we've got Perisic in that position as well. Kolarov can play there. It's unnecessary having Ashley Young, so I have put him on the transfer list. If an offer comes in, I'm going to accept. Next up, sign Pau Torres for a centre-back replacement because he's got good potential. He's 6'3" and he can score some headers. Pau Torres is a player I've heard so much about, and I feel like I've kind of missed out on him because I haven't signed him in any of my previous career modes. And this might be the series where we bring the Spaniard and see what he can do. 23 is at the perfect age. We should be able to get him for a decent fee if things go well. And I think he'll fit right into our team, and we're in desperate need for another centre-back. So maybe we make a move for Pau Torres. For now, we're going to scout him, get to know more about him, and then make a decision. Next up, do you think the 3 at the back formation is vulnerable to counter-attacks? Absolutely. That is probably my biggest issue with this formation, but it's combated by having really world-class fullbacks who can go up and down the left and right side, which we do have in Hakimi and hopefully in Moussa Diaby. Perisic is not really your left winger who's going to track back in defense, so in that sense, Diaby, if he can really perform at that level, I don't think we'll have to worry about, of course, counter-attacks. But it's going to be an issue here and there. We just know it happens. But I'm not too worried. I feel like having defenders like Skriniar and De Vrij will help ease the situation. Plus, with the attack we've got, we'll be pinning defenses back more often than not. So I'm not too worried about this, but we'll have to wait and see how things go. With that press conference done, let's kick on. Hakimi had a standout episode, guys. He was genuinely unbelievable in that last episode. Picked up a crucial assist and overall was doing so well down the right flank, and that's why he picks up the very first player of the episode award of this series. Talking now about transfers, we're going to be doing things slightly differently in this series to make the experience more challenging. I do read your comments, guys. I do see the criticism. A lot of you guys have been complaining that we make way too much progress way too quickly, with of course making too many signings, and that makes things slightly unrealistic, and I want to improve upon that. So what I'm going to be doing in this series is we're going to be limiting the amount of transfers we can make in every window, and I think this way this series will be super realistic and a lot more fun for you guys to watch. So what I'm going to be doing is, in the summer transfer window of this career mode, we're allowed to make 2 transfers at the maximum, and in January we're allowed to make 1. So that way I think we'll keep the power curve stable in this series, and we won't make our team super OP in like one season, and that way I think it'll be more rewarding to see this team progress. That's the plan. I think this rule will also spice things up because we're going to have to think twice before we invest in a player, because now that we've already signed Diaby this season, we can only sign one more player, whether it's a striker, a midfielder, or a centre-back. We're going to have to make that call. Which position do we invest in? So it's going to spice things up. Let me know what you guys think about this rule. We're definitely running it for season 1. Time to make that big decision on Raja Nainggolan and Christian Eriksen. Now, Nainggolan has already joined Cagliari, leaving Inter, although just on loan, but he's gone. So that's why I am going to transfer list Nainggolan and sell him, because I feel it's the realistic thing to do. It'll be a challenge as well, trying to replace him. On the other hand, with Eriksen, he's still at Inter Milan. For now, I want to keep him because we've put a rule on ourselves that we can only sign 2 players every window. If we sell Eriksen, we might need to sign another midfielder, especially if Nainggolan is going as well. And I really want to invest in that centre-back in this series right now. I think that's what we need. So, Eriksen, we're going to keep him for now. But I don't know how things will go. Nainggolan, we're going to actively try and sell because I think it's the right thing to do. The first challenge you guys have set for this series is actually a pretty fun one. Habibi Hakimi. Score or assist with Hakimi in every game you play. So we're going to play a couple of games in this episode. We need to be in top form with Hakimi. If we don't complete this objective, we're going to have to use a 4-4-2 for the next episode. I mean, that's not really a bad forfeit, but okay, it'll take us away from the 3 at the back for a while. So we'll see how this goes. This should be fun. Again, let me know what challenge should we try and attempt for the next episode. Time to discuss transfers, and as I said before, we've got to be smart about what we do and what's the next player we sign, because since we already signed DRB, by the way, let's put him on the bench. We can only now make one more signing in this window, and we've got to make it count. Looking at the team, it's obvious, it's got to be a defender. We need to add some more depth at the back, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We spoke about Pau Torres during today's press conference, and I think it's got to be him. Left-footed, so he fits right in that left centre-back role. He's tall as well, good work rates, fairly quick as well for his height. With player development, we can make that even better. The Spaniard, I think, will be just perfect for the team. I haven't even used him in career mode this year, so it'll be a fresh signing. Let's make it happen. Here we go. We're negotiating for Pau Torres. I'm going to start off with 30 million. Remember, on the realism mod, valuations work slightly differently and are a bit more realistic and forgiving, I suppose. 30 million is what I'm going with for my offer for Pau Torres. 33.2, but with a 15% sell-on clause. So if we do end up selling Pau Torres at some point, this kind of an offer isn't good for us, but I don't think so. I think he's going to be at the team for a long time. So accept offer. That's what we're paying for Pau Torres. Negotiations with Unai Emery went pretty well. Job's not done yet, though. We've got to still get Pau Torres to sign that contract. Let's get this one done as well. He demands an important squad role, which is interesting. We'll keep that going now. A 5-year deal is what I'm looking at. He's 23. We want his prime years here at Inter Milan. Let's now see if he's looking for the release clause. Nope, that is absolutely perfect. And now in terms of wages, this is where things could get interesting. Definitely going to offer him a bump in his salary. 70,000 feels fair. And about 500 in the wages. Is that a small offer, a big offer? I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know if he's going to accept this or not. We'll see. 70,000 per week. He wants a lot more, but to be fair, this is affordable. Fair enough, an 80 rated young centre-back demanding that kind of money, I think it's understandable, you know, with the potential he's got. We'll remove the appearance bonus, submit offer, and that works for me. About 90,000 and 900,000 for the signing bonus. Let's make it happen. Pau, wait, what? He wants more money now. The appearance bonus, okay. 105,000 for Pau Torres then. I guess we're just gonna have to run with it. The realism mod has made player wages a lot harder to navigate through, but okay, we'll go with this. 105,000 for Pau Torres. And the deal is done. Negotiations sorted. Pau Torres is an Inter Milan player. There you go. The deal has been announced. Now, we can't give him number 3 and number 4 for the kit because those kits have been retired by Inter, so we're giving him number 20 for now. And also, let's put him on a development plan right now before I forget. I definitely want to see that pace go up a fair bit. And the stopper plan just makes sense. Now we've managed to sell a few of the deadwood at the club like Ranocchia and even Gagliardini, a player I didn't really care to keep because of the amount of midfielders we already had at the club. But now it's time to sell some of the big players like Nainggolan. We made the decision. It's gonna happen. It's the smart thing to do. It's realistic as well. Offer coming in from Liverpool, 14.2 million. I think it's a fair price for someone who's 32, so I'm gonna straight away accept it. And let's hope the deal goes through and Nainggolan can be on his way out. So far, offers haven't really come for Eriksen, so I'm still confused what to do with him since we can only make 2 signings in this window and that we've already exhausted those 2 options. Selling Eriksen and not bringing in a replacement would be catastrophic for us. So until January, I'm thinking we keep Eriksen. Time to keep all the transfer business aside and focus on Serie A. Now, you may be wondering, how is your first game against Udinese? and not Spezia, because you played Spezia in the last episode. Well, the realism mod was having some glitches with player wages, and because of that I had to like restart the entire career mode and like recreate everything up until now, which I've done perfectly fine. Like literally everything has been recreated, but the thing is I couldn't select the fixtures we've had because yeah, the fixtures get randomized every season. So because of that, it's Udinese, our first game, which we won 3-0 in the last episode. We'll just go with that. And up next, it is Crotone, who we play in this season. So let's get into this one. I think it's time to see how Pau Torres copes with the Serie A. It's time for his debut. We're going with a strong lineup here. Our final game before transfer deadline day. Let's hope we can keep up our winning run and, you know, make it 2-2 in the Serie A. I'm not gonna lie, in January we're probably gonna get rid of Eriksen to keep it realistic and bring in a replacement. Just because of the transfer rule we've kept, we're hanging on to Eriksen until then to make most of him. But yeah, I think in January he'll be gone, but hopefully he can give us a few good months at least in this series and leave us in a very good spot. You know what, if he turns out being unbelievable for us, we might end up keeping him. So you never know how things go. For now, let's focus on getting the win here and put in a good show against, of course, Crotone. Perisic looks for Romelu Lukaku. There's the target man ability that he has, just holding up the play, looking for maybe some passing options. And I do see one in Barella. It's a good pass. Barella on the turn, but that's way above the crossbar. The hold-up play there from Romelu Lukaku was so effective, we probably should have taken this chance and converted it. Lautaro Martinez looks for Lukaku. Back to Lautaro as he managed to get in behind. He just about has, but the finish was awful. Lautaro could have got his third goal of the Serie A season, but that finish wasn't helping him. 20 minutes in, we're creating chances, but I don't know what the keeper is doing there, by the way. What on earth was that? He wasted so much time. Anyways, the ball's come right back to us. Hakimi now looks for Lukaku. Tough spot for him to be in. Can Lukaku cut inside? He can. Goes for goal. A powerful effort. Chances are flying in for Inter, but we haven't been able to take any of them. Oh, yeah. No. We've given way too much space there for Crotone, and that's De Vrij doing really well, and Pau Torres helping clean things up. And that's good distribution as well for him to find Barella. And from almost conceding to now on the counter-attack against, of course, Crotone. Let's see what we can do here. Lautaro on the ball. He gives it away cheaply. I don't know why we're struggling so much. Way too much space here for Crotone to attack. Perisic tracking back and doing well. I decided to start him in this one over Diaby because he got an assist in that last game, so only fair to reward him. But so far in this game, he's been underwhelming, but could find Lautaro here. That's a good pass, but that's an equally good defensive challenge. Frustrating. I think we may need to bring on Diaby. You know what, guys? That's what I'm going to do. I want some extra pace, and Diaby will provide me with just that. I'm bringing on Vidal for Eriksen because he's had a pretty awful game. That's about it for now. Romelu Lukaku, Lautaro, and I see Diaby in space. Can he make use of this? Here goes Diaby, Moussa Diaby with rapid pace. Can he finish it? Oh, he can. I think he nutmegged the keeper. What a substitution this has turned out to being. Moussa Diaby gets his first goal in an Inter Milan shirt, and such an important one. We were struggling to break through this defense and take our chances, but Moussa Diaby coming off the bench has come up super clutch here. Did he nutmeg the keeper? Oh, he did. Moussa Diaby with a saucy finish to put Inter Milan 1-0 up. The super sub of dreams. Look at that for a finish from him. Just what we needed. Let's now push on and secure the 3 points here. I'm such an idiot, guys. For pretty much this entire game, I had game sound turned off, so you guys probably didn't get to hear any of the crowd noise, but I'll have that fixed for the rest of this game and the next game. I'm such an idiot, honestly. Guys, I just realized that we need to get an assist or a goal with Hakimi, and so far we've got none. Otherwise, next episode, it's going to be changing formations, which I kind of don't want to do because I'm loving life with the 3-5-2 formation. So, it's going to be tough. And how is that not a foul on Vidal? And he may have picked up a knock as well there, or a serious injury. I'm not sure. Hakimi needs to defend this. Let's see if he can do that. But I think the game's going to be called off. Or not the game, but the play, because Vidal is down and injured. And there you go. It looks like a major injury by the looks of things, and I do not like this, especially with Nainggolan on his way out. Wow, that's not the start we needed. We'll bring on Nainggolan for now. But oh my god, is that not painful? Hopefully it isn't a serious injury. The Serie A is not going to be a cakewalk, guys, because this was difficult. I mean, a 1-0 win, we do get the win, but yeah, they put up a tough fight. We couldn't get a goal or an assist with Hakimi, which means we failed today's challenge. Next episode, we're going to have to rock a 4-4-2, which may not be the worst thing in the world. Guys, I think Vidal is out for the next 7 months. I'm not kidding. Vidal is out for pretty much the rest of the season, or 7 months, like he'll be back at some point in March. No freaking way. Oh my god, it is an anterior cruciate ligament injury. He will be out for the next 7 months. Nah. That is such a big blow with us selling Nainggolan. Well, one thing's for sure, Eriksen is going nowhere. With us not being able to sign any more players, I'm not taking a chance by selling Eriksen in this window. My god. Vidal out for the next 7 months, guys. That's a huge blow. The Nainggolan deal has been confirmed. He's on his way to Liverpool. That is a done deal now. And we're on a lot of money. 58 million plus 450 on the wages. I would have loved to make more signings on deadline day. But as we said, we're taking this challenge seriously. We can only make 2 signings in this window. So we're not messing about with that. We do find ourselves with a big offer on deadline day for Lukaku. But I'm just going to reject it. I think we're pretty settled with our squad for until at least January, and this is what we've got to work with until then. And there you have it. The transfer window has shut. We're done with all our signings for this window. It's been a good window, I'd say. Pau Torres and of course Moussa Diaby, 2 really good players we've brought in. Of course, we couldn't sell a few players like Ashley Young for whatever reason, but now I'm kind of happy because injuries like Vidal's, if it keeps happening, we'll be in trouble and we'll need a full squad. So in that way, I'm definitely happy. But yeah, that's the squad until January that we've got to work with. Let's hope we can get there in a very good spot in all competitions. But I'm excited, man. This challenge has definitely made this career mode like more exciting to deal with. I think it's high time we give Alexis Sanchez a go and see what he's all about in this series. Maybe we can revive his career at Inter. I don't know. I'm starting him for this one against Sampdoria. I'm probably going to bring on Lukaku for the second half, but this is my starting 11. No Vidal. Nainggolan has been sold, but we've still got a competitive team that should get the better of Sampdoria. Let's make it 3 out of 3 in the Serie A. By the way, so far in the Serie A, in a couple of games, we're yet to concede a single goal, which is a good sign since you guys know defensively I'm an idiot and I concede way too many goals. So far so good, but saying that we might actually end up conceding now, no, Skriniar is there to save us. Tell you what, guys, Barella is going to have a massive season for us now. With Vidal out, Barella is probably going to be playing every single big game for us, and maybe that's a good thing. He's going to get big boosts on his overall because of all the playtime he's going to be getting. The long ball approach to find Candreva. We know he's a good talent, former Inter player as well, by the way. And what was that defending from me there? But Candreva doesn't really push forward. He's now on his left foot, looks for a pass inside for Gaston. Ramirez tries to play it back in, back to Candreva. Sampdoria really threatening. Maybe a shot from here. No, thankfully not. But we still can't get the ball away. It's Quagliarella. I think one of the top scorers in the Serie A recently. But my god, we managed to deal with that well. And now I see Diaby in acres of space and I'm going to try and find him again. Let's see what Diaby can do here. Cross back in maybe. That delivery is never going to threaten anyone. Oh, Lautaro somehow has won that. Lautaro somehow has won that aggressively. That's the aggression of Lautaro Martinez. You see that happen so much in real life. He's always just at it against the defenders, just being super aggressive, and it worked there really well. Now, I don't know if you guys got to see the full attack, but this is what happened. He lost the ball there. The pressure was just on and on. The defender went tumbling down, and Lautaro was just so incisive with the finish as well. Slotted it home past the keeper. His third of the Serie A. We're off to a perfect start against Sampdoria. Gaston Ramirez looking to get in behind. Pau Torres controls that well. Smart defending yet again. Nothing but impressed by Pau Torres, man. Honestly, he's been very solid in this episode. If we keep a clean sheet here, that'll be a couple of clean sheets for our backline. So yeah, things are going really well so far for us in this series as Alexis Sanchez spreads this one for Hakimi. Maybe a cross at the far post for Lautaro. Can he get there first? He does, but that header was, not on target, and that's an understatement. Oh, De Vrij again winning the ball so nicely for us as he's looking for a pass maybe. Christian Eriksen is in space. Haven't seen much from him interestingly in this team. You'd expect him to have more of an impact as Alexis Sanchez finds Barella outside the box going for a curling effort, but The Sampdoria keeper had that covered. Barella again, who's had a big performance so far. Alexis Sanchez here. The hold-up play is nice. Alexis Sanchez, still Sanchez, goes for goal and forces another save from the keeper. Tell you what, Sanchez has had a solid game so far. Really impressive stuff from our number 7. Now DRB. I see Hakimi making a good run. This is superb. Alexis Sanchez should get on the end of it. Oh, that's a cheeky finish from Alexis Sanchez. Just dinking it over the keeper ever so slightly. And there you go. Sanchez with the goal. Could this be the start of his revival? Can we revive Alexis Sanchez's career here at Inter Milan? Just maybe. If he can finish stuff like that, make runs in behind like that, you just never know. That was a nice finish from Sanchez. And also an assist for Hakimi. I wish he would have got that assist in that last game, but that didn't happen. It is, of course, 2-0 now for Inter Milan. I think I'm going to bring on Romelu Lukaku for the second half. For the rest of the second half, we'll have Alexis Sanchez playing as my left striker. And I'm also thinking Vecino for Brozovic, giving him a bit of a rest. And Kolarov for... Can Kolarov play centre mid? No, he can't. I wanted to give one of my centre mids a bit of rest. Actually, then, we'll keep Brozovic on and bring on Vecino for Eriksen or Barella. For Eriksen, let's do that and do this. That should work much better. Sampdoria on the attack with Balde, Diao, Keita. They've got talent, man, honestly. Oh, they've turned me there. This is not good. Skriniar with a good challenge, but Quagliarella gets super lucky there. He scores, but it's offside. Ooh, that's a relief. I don't want to have any nervy moments towards the end of this one. I'm going to try and find Romelu Lukaku with this delivery. Maybe I can find him. Lukaku with the header, but he couldn't direct that towards goal. You expect him to attack headers like this with a bit more ease. Once again, the goal with this corner is to find Romelu Lukaku. Can I do that this time? I can, but again, Lukaku's header goes just wide. Two big chances for the Belgian striker. Had to convert both of them. This one was a free header as well. Oh, Vecino wins that, and that's nice, as Romelu Lukaku might be able to do something here. I'm going to unselfishly lay this one off for Alexis Sanchez. That is yet another goal for the Chilean. 3-0 against Sampdoria. I'm telling you, Alexis Sanchez is doing everything right so far in this series. And we could be seeing something special from him. He could be our third forward in this team. Off the bench, injuries happen. Sanchez could be the reliable man in this squad. Very, very impressive performance from the right runs, the right movement, and the finishing has been on point. 3-0 against Sampdoria, a good result. There you go, guys, another big win for us in this area. So far, we've been literally perfect in this series, but of course, we haven't faced a big team, which should happen soon. So we'll test ourselves then. But for now, things are going perfect, so no complaints whatsoever. Good to see Sanchez grab a brace. Top of the league right now in the Serie A with 9 points along with AC Milan. So we could have a very interesting title race. Juventus just a couple off us. I just noticed our next game in the Serie A is the Milan derby. That'll be in the next episode, guys. Oh my god, a Milan derby already. Ooh, this is going to be big. I'm ready for it, guys. I absolutely am. Next episode as well, Champions League begins. So a lot's going to happen. Can't wait for it. Now, before we see this one out, player of the episode, I think Alexis Sanchez has to be one of the nominees. 100%, he was superb. And maybe De Vrij alongside him, or Pau Torres, or even Skriniar. You could literally put any of the 3 defenders, because clean sheet after clean sheet in this episode. So, Alexis Sanchez definitely the front runner. He scored a couple of neat goals. So, let me know in the comment section who you guys think deserves to win player of the episode. Okay, for now, this is where we're wrapping things up. A lot happened in this episode. We wrapped up deadline day. We, of course, made the signing of Pau Torres. The team is now ready until January. We sold a fair few players. This is the squad we've got until January. And hopefully we can cope, man. Hopefully we can cope. Let me know your thoughts on the 2 transfer in the summer window and 1 in the January window rule. I personally like it. It's going to create a more difficult experience of career mode for us, and we'll see how things go. Next episode, back on the grind with big games, should be fun. Drop a like if you're already enjoying the series, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you all next time.